Greetings, YouTube. What a week it's been in Marvel Contest of Champions. And that's a weird thing to say, right? Because it's only Wednesday. We're only halfway into the week, and yet it's already felt like a month. There were calls for compensation during the Alliance Quest fiasco of Monday, and I was skeptical that we would get any because Kabam is not one to give compensation on a first offense. That call was heightened last night, unless you were watching this across the pond and you were asleep and failed to see that for several hours, the arena screen actually disappeared. So when you go to Fight Arena, in the top right, the Multiverse Arena was just gone. Now, kudos to those of you smart enough, far smarter than I am, to have figured out the solution. And for anybody watching this, if you happen to remember this again, especially if the Tier 4 Basic Arena is upon us, you go to upgrade a champion that needs Tier 4 Basic, and then you find catalysts in the bottom right, and then you can see that the go to arenas appears at the bottom right. So you go to arenas, and that's the way you get in the back door, the secret room of the arena screen, even if the arenas are gone, if that has disappeared. But then I actually heard overnight, I was thankfully asleep for at least a couple hours, but I woke up, I should say, to my subscribers from India saying, Prof, I know that you're asleep, but this is the time that I play the game all day. And for subscribers who live in India and the surrounding time zones, you all just got screwed because like 3 or 4 times in your daytime, you got emergency maintenance to the point where you lost the ability to take advantage of boosts. You lost the ability to move in Alliance Quest. And in multiple cases, you lost your arena streak. Now, I did lose multiple 6-star fights in the arena because it was back to emergency maintenance twice just after I woke up this morning in the first hour that I had woken up. But thankfully, the server solidified itself and I was able to win the other 2 matchups. But it still sucks when you know that 6-star champion is worth around 65,000 points if you've got that max multiplier of a times or of a win streak of 5 and a times 3, and yet you you don't enjoy the benefits of your labor, so to speak. So kabam, we went from Monday saying there wouldn't be compensation, last night saying, well, maybe, to today having so many maintenance that they have officially confirmed the discussion of compensation on forums, and usually that means if there's a discussion of it, there's going to be something at some point. So now we get to discuss in this video, after going through the litany of issues since Monday, what should we expect when it comes to compensation. Now, in the past, we have seen, though it was a little delayed, eventually compensation that included 10,000 5-star shards, that included some Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst fragments, that included some potions and some revives, and maybe a boost or 2. Now, personally, I'm always wanting to be selfish and look for things that are actually going to help my account where it's at. And that normally includes 6-star shards. So even though 10,000 5-star shards are nice, most of the time it's going to lead to another inconsequential dupe of an average 5-star champion, which gets me 275 6-star shards. So that 10,000 5-star shards was essentially worth 275 6-star shards, unless it was a max sig ability crystal, or worth some level of hope of getting Sunspot that, of course, continues to not actually be met with any semblance of reality. So I think for starters, whenever there's compensation, there is some level of progression to it, which also is the constant reminder that you want to progress as fast as possible and at least become uncollected to not only enjoy the fantastic glory store changes and upgrades of 2020, but just in general for moments like this with compensation. You want to get the best free stuff possible, especially when you feel as though, and rightfully so, you've been screwed over. So with that being said, you know, the bottom compensation is usually like maybe a couple of 4-star crystals and some 5-star shards. The middle compensation includes mostly a 5-star crystal, and top compensation usually includes a fully formed 5-star crystal. Although the featured crystal is so good now. I mean, really the best featured crystal we have ever seen, with 80+% of champions in this being straight bangers that aren't going to make you regret opening it. It's always nice when you get the shards versus like a 5-star basic, because quite a few people, especially with the Black ISO store access, which I'm planning to just try to get my White Widow at some point on, you've got to have a chance to get that, if you're Cavalier at least, that 4,000 5-star shard discount that pops up a couple times a month. So, YouTube, I would really love to see what you think fair compensation would be. It's got to be through the lens of what happened last time, which is that it is progression based, and I know people complain about that, but that is just one of many reasons, one of many motivations why you should try to become at least uncollected at some point soon. But I'm hoping if you're Cavalier, maybe 2,000 6-star shards and 10,000 5-star shards among maybe some potions, revives, and a couple boosts. That is my realisticness. Every time compensation goes down, I see 6-star Nexus in the comments, like in all caps. 6-star Nexus. I'm like, no, we are never going to get a free 6-star Nexus anytime soon, at least. I think you have a better chance of seeing a wild dinosaur be castrated than you would get a free 6-star Nexus crystal. So there you have it, YouTube. That is my thoughts on this Wednesday. I know it's been a crazy week, but we're only halfway through it, so here's to hoping the rest of the week is a lot less bug-free. Also, for those of you who've been asking, yes, the final bug of the discussion is that we went from being like, weren't we supposed to get the level up event today, to having it appear, but it's a 22-hour event that started at around 11 hours in. So it's almost like this thing was supposed to be visible for 11 hours, but it was invisible, at least on my account. Maybe you saw it, but I know a lot of people have contacted me that, just like my account, they didn't see it, and then it was like the 22-hour event is now an 11-hour event. So just be conscious of that. Hopefully, if you are in a country like India where you missed the first 11 hours, you aren't away from the game for 11 hours, then you just missed the event altogether since you lost half those hours to actually rank up your champ. Okay. Look forward to reading the comments and what the compensation should be in the thoughts below. Thanks as always for watching and supporting the Marvel Casino of Champions YouTube channel.